G'day and welcome to episode 69 and the incredible Tajikistan. In the last episode we finished our time in Kyrgyzstan, crossing the 4,200 metre high Kyzyl-Art Pass. In this episode we head not far from the border and only slightly down in altitude to the massive Karakul Lake.
Through the Tajikistan customs and immigration, fairly easy as well. We had to pay $25 for the car tax. They were all so friendly. The customs guy actually gave us a chocolate. Where'd I put that? Oh, he gave us a chocolate. So, I love it. There's marmots everywhere here. Now we're just going to drive down to Lake Karakul and camp there for the night, I think. And it's crazy, like how people have told us that on this side, like there's just no grass and it's really barren, and it's just straight away very, very brown, but it's so beautiful. So the Pamir Highway is actually the second highest highway in the world after the Karakoram. And it goes for I think a little over 1,200 kilometres, and we'll take a detour for a little bit and do the Wakhan Valley, which is a road which runs next to the Afghan border. So that'll be really awesome. I think it's meant to be beautiful.
It's been about 30,000 kilometres since we've seen Corrugations this bad.
Oh, it's so noisy.
It's just like being back in the outback, just minus the 4,000 metre elevation. Just knock some air out of the tyres, try and cushion the Corrugations a bit.
Look at these two legends. Cycling? Good on them. Yeah, you don't have to stop. There's some biscuits if you want them. I was just munching on some biscuits and we've seen these two cyclists coming up towards us, so I just gave them the rest of the bag.
Yeah, I have nothing but respect for the cyclists in this
terrain.
Yeah. It's pretty challenging, especially this altitude and the road conditions. It's pretty impressive. So
I really
hats
admire
off to them. We're sitting in our comfortable cars, sheltered from the elements, just battling.
We need to pick our game up. No, it would be awesome to do a trip on a bike. I'd love to do it.
These guys just want to go through these bikes.
We've arrived at the lake. It's only like, I think 40 kilometres from the border, so not very far. And we've just followed some tracks down to the northern side of the lake. So we're thinking that it's a bit windy, so we're going to try and follow these tracks down here. There's like a little knoll over there. But if you can see those tracks, like it looks like it's only a couple hundred metres away, but it looks so much further than that. I mean, it
is.
It is so much further than that is what I meant to say. But the lake is actually, this side's frozen and this side's not. So anyway, we're gonna go down and set up. Look what we found! Oh, that's so cool!
Massive.
Oh, it's like bark!
Yeah.
That is cool.
Do you reckon we could have a hood ornament?
That's really cool.
Get some funny looks.
lake is at about 4,000 meters elevation. So not only is it cold, there's also a wind howling across the lake. So we're hiding behind this little hill. Yeah, you just don't want that wind chill when it's already cold enough, and especially when you're up in the tent. And if it gets the wind, it just rocks the car about. So yeah, we're just gonna hide behind here. It's absolutely beautiful. And so the time went back an hour, so it's now like 5 o'clock, and I don't think the sun sets until 9:20. So the amount of daylight here is just ridiculous. We get so much stuff done, which is good.
How good is this spot?
Honestly.
We haven't felt this remote since probably back home. You can see, probably can't see with that lens, but I might put it over the top, but the road we came from is at the foot of those hills over there. And as far as you can see, there is just nothing. And deathly silence, which is incredible. Our little friend just joined us here.
Little birdie.
He's pretty curious.
Hey buddy.
Apart from him,
I don't know if you can see him, he's on this rock here.
There's not much life here. It's amazing the contrast between Kyrgyzstan, where it's green and wasn't that isolated, I don't think, but and also no jacket. It's a comfortable 20 degrees.
At 4,000 meters.
At 4,000 meters, contrasting to what I thought it was going to be up here, but we're supposed to get heavy snow the day after tomorrow. So today was supposed to be the warm one, so I'm also under no illusion that it's going to be a little bit more brisk at night time, but it's nice just enjoying the sunshine and the isolation.
It's time for some food though.
Yeah, we missed lunch today, so Jolly's just going to bang up some pasta now.
I bought some pesto.
Pesto pasta.
Yay!
That's one thing we missed from home. Very hard to find.
Yep. Alright, time for food.
I wonder if he wants some.
The bird just flew in the car. I think he hit the window and
Yeah, what's this?
I think he stunned himself. Buddy. Oh, he's tiny. Oh, oh.
There he goes.
Hopefully it doesn't go in the back again. Really? Cut the back.
He's doing laps.
He keeps trying to come in the car, so we're like sort of putting the fly screen down this one so he can come in, but the front window was still down. Ready? Oh, you finished your wine.
Pretty windy. So the afternoon breeze, sun-setting breeze has come up, so the temperature's dropped outside. Inside is currently 12, so it's getting down there. One other thing which I did the other day when I had some free time just out of Osh is do something which I've been wanting to do for ages. So I've just whipped this up. So when this folds out like this, then I'll put this little lip thing here. So that goes into that. This cushion goes here. And this one goes there.
Now it's movie time.
So now we've got a space to watch our movies.
What are we watching tonight?
A documentary on the Arctic. Which is kind of fitting actually.
Alright, movie time. This morning we decided that we'd stay an extra night here just because it was such a beautiful morning, but it's now I think like 4 o'clock or something and it has just started snowing. I'm actually really glad that we crossed over yesterday because that would have been a pretty painful drive, I think, having to do it in this sort of weather conditions. So yeah, I think it's going to be another movie night tonight, but I think we're actually going to sleep down here tonight because it's a bit warmer, but we still have to leave the roof up just so that the snow doesn't pile up on top of the solar panel.
used to fly aerobatics. I was doing a bit of thinking last night, and it's funny to think that we drove comfortably up here and camped, and that's higher than I ever flew in Australia, even cross-country flying in Australia. I mean, you can comfortably fly for the whole of Australia and not run into any obstacles much lower than we are now. It's a funny thought to think that we're here. But anyway, flying aside, the snow's all melted now. We've been here, we've waited a few hours. Still a bit of mist coming in off the lake, but I'm gonna turn the car on now, warm it up, and then we're going to head down the road and just we're going to have a look at a yurt, and we've heard that we can stay in one, so that might be cool. So I want to check that out, and if that doesn't work out, we'll just keep driving and find another good camp spot like this.
We've just arrived at the yurt homestay just on the southern side of Karakul, and we've negotiated a price with the lady who is running it for 120 simoni each, which includes lunch, dinner and breakfast, and to stay here. So yeah, what we're paying, I think it's about 20 bucks each, but yeah, we couldn't leave this part of Asia without staying in one of these traditional homes. So they're actually really cool. They're made out of I think it's yak's wool, and like it really smells like it. But yeah, so this is the dining hall, so we're about to have lunch in here. So they've got the roof open now, but they'll close that a bit later on, and then we're going to sleep in this one. And that's the lake right there. The lake's actually frozen all on this side. It must get really protected from the winds here, so yeah, it's got a thick layer of ice on top of it.
So this is inside the sleeping yurt, and it's made of timber, and as Jolly said, animal wool, fur. So you got this lattice sort of timber here, which is like the round part of it, and then these timber slats which go up into this round bit of timber up here. Oh, and the fire here, as the same as they run in Nepal, is run on yak dung. Very efficient because there's no trees here, so
That's what they have to use.
And these are the mattresses?
The mattress what you sleep on. And you can see here that this is like one of the, I guess you call them blankets. And then that's the corner there, so they're all overlapped, all different ones, and then they tied over like that. And they can open the top bit to let the air.
Okay.
Apparently they get very hot, so they have they can pull back the blankets at the top there just to let some air flow. Not so much in this one, that's just to let light in, but in the kitchen one, she's pulled the blankets back just to let some fresh air flow through. Pretty cool.
Hey?
Yeah. So there's supposed to be more snow come tonight, so it's going to be interesting to see what it's like in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe being hot won't be so bad.
And especially the toilet, it's an outside toilet, but it's got no roof, so you got to walk about probably 50 metres to get to the toilet. And then if it's snowing, you just don't drink too much tea before you go to bed. Come in. So we've just got our dinner. Dinner is plov, and this is our first time having it. So is rice with the fat from the sheeps with the ghetto booty, soaked in the rice, and then with some potatoes and some onion, and then some bread and some chai, of course.
Looks good.
Yeah, I'm excited. Moment of truth. Pretty good. That was a big bit of garlic. That's what I need.
It's pretty harsh conditions out here, so they need staples which will last them through the winter.
Yeah. It is an absolutely beautiful morning this morning. The sun is shining and the lake just looks incredible with the ice all over it. And last night Mark and I had a great sleep. It was so nice and warm inside the yurt. The fire was going and the blankets were super heavy, so yeah, we were pretty snug. But yeah, we just checked the forecast and it's supposed to snow again this afternoon. I'm probably guessing at about the same time as what it has the last 2 days, around 2 or 3 o'clock. So we're going to head off after breakfast because we have to go over a pass today and we'd prefer not to be doing that in a snowstorm. So yeah, hopefully we can miss it. But yeah, for now we're just going to keep enjoying the views of this absolutely magnificent place. It is just so beautiful. And yeah, and then we're going to hit the road.
That's it for this episode and our introduction to Tajikistan. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit this little button to catch the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.